So I wanted to talk about the top cuisines in Detroit, and if you're traveling to Detroit, what kind of food to get, and what the kind of the staples are in the Detroit area. I don't have any pictures or anything or videos. I'm not going to take you through a whole list of places to eat, but I'll give you kind of the general overview of my top five. Before I do that, I'm going to give you a couple honorable mentions. If you are coming here for the first time, these are wonderful options. I did a little bit of research myself on Google, as well as the layered knowledge of experiences I've had, throughout Detroit and Eaton. So, anyways, a couple honorable mentions before I get into my top five. Fish and chips, wonderful option. As you may know, Michigan is the Great Lakes state, so a wide range of freshwater fish, walleye, perch, just great fish all around. So if you can get a fish fry, that'd be good. Um, Another one, Greek food. There's a lot of Coney Islands that serve gyro, and no, they're not called gyros; they're called gyros. Um, but yeah, a lot of Coney Islands. I mean, Detroit has its own Greek town. A lot of Greek owners of Coney Islands. So Greek food's definitely a good option. What else? Mexican food. I wouldn't say it's in the top 10 city. I wouldn't say that because, I mean, you can go all the way, you can go south to Texas and states that border Mexico, and you'll get good Mexican food, better than Detroit, in my opinion. But there's definitely a Mexican scene. There's a Mexican town in the city of Detroit. If you go to the suburbs, there's a lot of Mexican restaurants, Mexican culture. So Mexican's always a good option. What else? What else is honorable mention? Pop, soda pop. I know if you're from the south or out west or whatever, you call it soda. Here we call it pop. Verner's is headquartered here, which is ginger ale. That's a big hit. Fago, they're kind of a cheaper pop, but they're right here in Michigan. I was gonna add cherries into my top five because of the Michigan cherries. Cherries are the Michigan is the cherry capital of the country or the world or whatever, but it's more of a Michigan thing than a Detroit thing, so I didn't include it on my top five. So here are my top five: corned beef. You have Wiggly's corned beef around here, which is very popular. You can go in. You go into any bar, you're gonna get corned beef. So you can get a good corned beef sandwich. A lot of the Irish bars, of course, have corned beef sandwiches, but corned beef, I didn't realize this until I did some research, but Detroit's definitely a good place to get corned beef. So that's number five. Number four, I would have to say shawarma. Um, there's a It's not a chain. It's more of a Detroit restaurant, and there's probably like five or six locations. They're called Bucharest Grill. They have shawarmas. In the Arabic community, Dearborn is the number two populated city in the U.S. as far as population goes. So there's more Arabic Americans in the city of Dearborn than there are in any other place in the country but Chicago. So percentage wise, it's number one, by far number one, and probably double the percentage. But anyways, with that said, you get a good wide range of Middle Eastern food in the city of Detroit, particularly shawarmas. So if looking for a Detroit staple, shawarma is definitely a good option. So number three, even though it's not a food, if you're coming here and want to get want to let loose a little bit, beer is definitely prevalent in the city of Detroit. Michigan in general is a very good spot to find microbreweries and just a lot of different beer variety. We border Canada. Michigan borders Canada. Labatt's right across there. Molson. So they're imported fresh every day. But yeah, Stroh's is here. What else? Bell's. What was the other one? Atwater. No, Atwater is, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of good beer options for sure. And I think Wisconsin, Colorado, Washington, um, Oregon, California, those are all very good as well. Michigan's right up there though, as far it's definitely in the top five, I'd say, as far as uh, states with good beer. So, so you have corned beef, Arabic food, particularly shawarmas, and beer as in the top five so far. Number two, hot dogs. Hot dogs, hot dogs, hot dogs. There's a Ballpark is headquartered in Detroit. You have Coney dogs. Pretty much every Coney Island has some kind of deal on Conies. I know New York and Chicago, they're real popular in hot dogs as well, but Detroit's definitely a hot dog city. Definitely something to check out if you've never had a Coney dog. I know Lafayette Coney Island and American Coney Island are big hot dog spots in the city of Detroit. Don't particularly recommend those two places, but there's Coney Islands all throughout the city of Detroit and also in the suburbs of Detroit. So if you like hot dogs, check them out here in Detroit. Number one, it's got to be the pizza. The pizza options are just great here in Detroit. I mean, you have what I like to call the big three, which are the big corporate ones: Hungry Howie's, Little Caesars, and Domino's, all right here in the Metro Detroit area. But you also have Jets, which is their Detroit style pizza is excellent, and then Buddy's Pizza. It seems like every time you look around, they're expanding to a new location. But you also have a lot of good local spots too that try to replicate that Detroit style pizza, and you have a lot of good variety. I know Pizza Popolis in Detroit, they have a couple other locations outside of Detroit downtown, which is in Greektown. They have a good Chicago style pizza, and they're based in Detroit, so you're not gonna get the Detroit style pizza, even though they might have it. But anyways, pizza is definitely a must eat thing here in Detroit, if that makes sense. Definitely something to eat if you like pizza and you're looking for something good to eat in the city of Detroit. Pizza, in my opinion, is number one. So like I said, 5, you have corned beef. 4, Arabic food. 3, beer. 2, hot dogs, and 1, pizza. So if you disagree with me, and I missed some earlier in the video, I had my honorable mentions, but those are my top 5. And if you like this video, then hit that like button, subscribe, and eat away.